Welcome back, everyone. Hope your Wednesday's going good. As you see, we got some 2017 Donruss off to the side there that we're getting ready to open. But I did want you guys to know that here in the next couple of days, I do have my April edition of the Grand Slam Card Club Baseball card box. I've kind of peeked in there, got some nice stuff that will open up in the next few days. You may hear my neighbor mowing. He does my yard and his yard, of course, and then a couple more people on the other side of me. So you may hear a lawnmower breeze by here. If you do, I apologize for that. But at any rate, got 6 more packs out of my first installment of the 2017 Donruss retail packs. Of course, I'd purchased these off of Steel City Collectibles. They had a special going on with 24 packs of 2017 Donruss. Of course, these are the ones that would be in the gravity feed packs that you would see at your retailer or just wherever. Like these because they do have 10 cards per pack. You're not guaranteed any hits. I don't like that, but you know that is what it is. I overuse that saying sometimes, so I apologize for that. There you see 7 time on the front. 10 racing trading cards by Panini here. And of course, here's that horrible, horrible black printing we always talk about, and probably gonna always talk about it as long as I open any packs that have silver foil with black printing. So let's go ahead and get this started up. We start off with this year's Daytona 500 winner, Michael Mcdowell. Of course, that's when he was driving for Levine Family Racing. I recommend following Bob Levine on Twitter. He's quite, he interacts with a lot of fans and will answer a lot of questions. He's very honest up front. There's Brad Keselowski. Next up is Danica Patrick. Of course, we've mentioned that Nature's Bakery and that kind of sponsor fiasco they had in that season. Joey Logano, former Cup Series champion and Daytona 500 winner. Here's 2-time Cup Series champion Kyle Busch. We do have an insert here. Speed, Carl Edwards. It's a nice looking card. Let's look at the back of that one. There you see that with a little bit of information there. Here's Ryan Newman, former Daytona 500 winner and Point Series runner-up. Of course, to give you a look at the back of the card, it gives you just a little bit of vitals there and a little bit of information. I prefer cards that have like career stat lines. Here's Matt Kenseth. I like it when it tells you top 5s, top 10s, polls, etc., etc. Of course, NASCAR does not release them, and you can really hear the neighbors up close and personal right now, just right outside this window, so I kind of picked a bad time to do this, but I was hoping he would be done by now. I hope some of this debris doesn't come through the window here and impale me, but we will see what happens. At any rate, so one of the things that I was just talking about was purse money. Back in the 2015 season was the last year that NASCAR released purse money and race winnings and such. 2016, they didn't release anything, and a lot of people, especially on SiriusXM NASCAR Radio and some of the other shows and programs, they're like, why should, when viewers call in and ask, they're like, why do you want to know a driver's income? Well, that's not the driver's income. That's the purse that was generated by the racetrack, the sponsors, the participating sponsors, and so forth, and that was the portion that team received. It's not the driver's income, it's what the team received. So I always looked at that metric of the purse as kind of a health barometer of the sport. And as long as that purse number is going up, that means the sport is continuing to grow. And I believe NASCAR seen that they were having a decline in that and said, let's just pull that, because we don't like having the general public having too close of a finger on the pulse of what's going on. So that's just my opinion. But anyway, we have Tony Stewart here, 3-time Cup Series champion. Trevor Bayne. Haven't heard much from him lately. I know he ran a few races last year in the Truck Series for Nice Motorsports. Again, I apologize for the mower. I don't have a big yard, and he should be done relatively quick. But Matt Crafton, former Truck Series champion. Here we have Brad Keselowski, 2012 Cup Series champion. Eric Jones, former Xfinity Series champion, and he's out here throttling and unthrottling. Martin Truex Jr. cut to the chase. That's a real nice insert card. I really like that. I always liked the Furniture Row team. Always thought that they were obviously underdogs, and they made it all the way to the top. That was a great story with Barney Visser and that whole outfit. Excuse me. Ryan Blaney. Danica Patrick, Greg Biffle, and Paul Menard. Of course, Paul Menard maintains a very low profile now. His father, of course, John Menard, basically the founder and CEO and all things good about the Menards Corporation. Well, we do have a thick card in here, so I'm actually excited about this. I hope it's a thick card, but we'll find out in a minute. Yeah, I can see some printing on the card, but we do have a Tony Stewart name variation, Smoke. I do like that one. We'll flip that one to the back. We have Brendan Gaughan, Carl Edwards, Ryan Blaney, Danica Patrick, Brad Kay, oops, went too far, Eric Jones, Kevin Harvick, I'm trying to see how close we are, David Reagan, Alex Bowman. We'll flip this around, see what this thick card, and it's a dud. Well, I thought I seen some writing on it. Maybe I just seen the shadow of that and thought it was writing. Well, you got me again, Panini. Always looking for hits, and we didn't get them in that. So obviously those are put in there because, again, these are retail packs. Those are put in there to discourage pack searchers. Do we have any thick cards in this one? It does not appear to be. But we're going to start off with Kyle Larson. I always liked that Energizer car. I always thought that was a very, very sharp-looking car. Next up, John Hunter Nemechek, Martin Truex Jr., Bubba Wallace, back in his Roush days in the Xfinity Series, Jimmy Johnson. We have a Race Kings of Clint Boyer. Of course, these are base set. They're just, I believe they're a little bit shorter printed. I don't know what the exact print run is on them. There's Greg Biffle, former Xfinity and Truck Series champion, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Joey Logano, and Jamie McMurray. Excuse me. So we have 2 more packs to go. My neighbor certainly can't be making another pass on that. If he does, I won't have to mow for another month. But anyway, Regan Smith starts us off. Of course, that's the Alan Quickie throwback that a lot of teams like to do. Of course, Chase Elliott will be doing that with the Alan Quickie throwback this year at Darlington. Ben Kennedy, of course, he's in the NASCAR office part of things. I'm not exactly sure what his title is, but he went from being a driver to being part of the NASCAR deal. Then we had Brian Scott, who's retired from the sport. Landon Castle, who drives for Johnny Davis in Xfinity. There's that. We have a Richard Petty card. Ooh, the King. Very nice name variation. I really like that one. Put that one aside. Kyle Busch, we get that card quite a bit. Tyler Reddick, 2-time Xfinity Series champion. Kurt Busch, and we haven't mentioned it yet, but I don't like that silver writing on that gray background. And Ty Dillon, former winner in Indianapolis in the Xfinity Series. That's his only career win. I was there that day. That was quite an exciting race. And here is our last pack. We're going to start off with Trevor Bayne, Matt Crafton, Brad Keselowski, Eric Jones, Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex Jr. Speed. Is this one going to be numbered? Oh, wow. Cracked ice. It is numbered. 650 out of 999. That's a really sharp-looking card. I have to get that one sleeved up in a moment. Ben Kennedy once again. Brian Scott, we mentioned him. Landon Castle. 7-time Jimmy Johnson is our last card out of this lot that we purchased. So we got a really nice Martin Truex Jr. and now he's out there weed eating. So once again, I apologize for the background noise if it picks it up. So we got this nice Martin Truex Jr. Cracked Ice, the King name variation, Smoke name variation, Martin Truex Jr. Cut to the Chase insert, and a Carl Edwards Speed insert. So got some nice inserts out of that. Did not get any hits, so feel kind of bad on that. I thought we were for sure going to get one, but it was just one of those decoy cards. Of course, I do like using those decoy cards for packaging purposes when I mail stuff out. So anyway, in the next couple days, don't know when, but we'll do that Grand Slam Card Club box that you see back there. Eventually, we'll get to that Torque. We'll get those Action Pack cards. I think I'm just going to go ahead and open up the rest of those 2017 Donruss I know I talked about maybe doing a break with them, but since there's no guarantees of any hits or anything, I don't want anybody to just go home disappointed, empty-handed, etc., etc. So I'm just going to go ahead and rip those on the channel as just to maintain some material for you guys, and then eventually at some point we'll get to those 2021 Donruss hobby box. But I don't know when I'll do that, but we'll get there eventually. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday. Come back and see us tomorrow. Not sure what we're going to rip tomorrow, but we'll have something, or maybe we'll do a set review. We'll do something. We've always got something for you guys here on the channel, and I know that's what you guys like. So thanks for watching, and we will see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday.